talk about fractions and comparison on the decimal wheel. So if you see right in here, I have 3/4, which is the portion that is showing for 3/4. So we're actually going to turn it to see what is on the decimal wheel at that. And it's 0 and 75ths. 0 and 75ths is the same as 3/4 on the decimal wheel. We're going to multiply 3 and 1/10 times 2 and 5/10, which is basically taking 3 and 1/10 groups of 2 and 5/10. So we're gonna go ahead and make 4 groups of 2 and 5/10, so that way we can just take the 10th out of it. 4, 5. So that is 1 group, 4 groups, and I'm gonna go ahead and have them, so that way you can actually see it. So now we're gonna color in 3 and 1/10 group. So 3 and 1/10 group is gonna be groups, and now we're gonna take a 10th of this group, which is only gonna be the top row of units, because there are 10 groups going all the way down. So now we're gonna count it all up so that we can count it so we can count and see what our total is. So we're gonna count each whole individually, which is 1 square. So we've got 1, 6. Both of these 5/10 make a whole, so that's 7. And so right here you have 0.5. And then in this square you have 0 and 1/10. And the same over here, because in each 1 whole square there is 10 units straight across. And right here we have 0 and 5/100, because it's only units, it's not a whole group, so it's not a 10th. So we're gonna count our holes. So we have 7 holes, so 7 is gonna be our whole number. We're gonna put our decimal, and then we have 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, and then 5/100. So we're gonna divide 4 and 5/10 by 9/10, and we're gonna find our product. So we're gonna go ahead and outline. I'm gonna do it with red so you can see it a little better. 4, and then we're gonna count over 5. That is our 4 and 5/10. And now we're gonna break it and see how many groups of 9/10 we have in our whole. So this is our new whole. So I'm gonna use my purple and create the line where the 9ths are. So we're gonna count our 9 columns of the 10 blocks. So we have 5 groups of 9/10.